I had a guy that came to me, he had liver enzymes readings. I got guys with D-bol. Their enzymes are a bit up, yeah? This guy wasn't on anything. His enzymes are higher than these guys. So I said, do you drink? He didn't drink. I said, so you got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Probably got fatty liver. Because he was out of shape. He was fat. His blood sugar was high as well. So I put him on basically very low carbs, almost zero carb diet for a month. I put him on N-acetylcysteine for his liver, and obviously dropping the carbs right down and doing the training, stimulating the muscle, it's regulating his blood sugar. I think it's like 4 or 5 weeks later, his liver readings was normal, his blood sugar was in the normal range, just from a few supplements and training and diet. His doctors couldn't do that in a month.
Yeah.
His doctor told him, you've got fatty liver disease, so you need to stop eating fat. You've got fatty liver disease because you're uncontrolled blood sugar from too much carbohydrates, and your doctor's telling you to stop eating fat. If you stop eating fat, what are you going to eat more of? Carbohydrates for energy.
Yeah.
You're going to make your condition worse. So, I mean, doctors are good if you're in a car accident or something like that, patch you up, but health, I'll be the last person you go to speak to.
Who do you think at the moment, with a reasonably large social media presence, is doing a good job in terms of the message that they're spreading regarding health, wellness?
I like to watch some of the guys like Huberman.
Yeah.
Like Huberman. I like to watch guys that analyze data and studies and so on. Not that always studies are always right, because it depends how they performed and all lots of different factors, But I like to watch those guys. I got Peter Attia, if you know him. It's I'm doing a podcast with him next week. So those guys are good at getting, analyzing the information and getting it out. So
they seem to love going balls deep into the scientific studies and data.
Yeah, but they've both been wrong on cannabis. So I had to.
What did they say?
Well, Peter Attia was saying he doesn't know how much cannabis smoke damages the lungs, but he assumes, as there's the same tar and stuff in there as there is in tobacco smoke, that it would be the same. But it's not, because there's a 20-year study that he's probably not aware of that was done by Donald Taskin, and it followed thousands of people, well funded, because they assumed that they were going to prove that cannabis was bad for your lungs, and that's what they were looking for. But unfortunately, that was not the conclusion that they got. Yeah? So they followed a group of cigarette smokers, a group of weed smokers. I think there was a group that mixed both, and then a control that don't smoke anything. Okay, so smoking cannabis, is there some negatives? Yes. It will irritate your airways. They'll get irritated. They'll get a little inflamed from the smoke. Yes, that happens. Could slightly increase the chances of you getting like a bronchitis or an infection. Increase your chances. Don't mean you'll get it. But after 20 years, the cigarette smokers have lost a massive amount of lung function and a lot of cancers. So there's permanent damage done by the tobacco smokers. Loss of lung function, emphysema, COPD, all that stuff, yeah. Weed-only smokers, no increased cancers or anything like that. How about the lung capacity of 20 years smoking daily cannabis? Did it affect the lung capacity? Yeah, slightly. Slight increase in the capacity. That's right, slight increase. Why? I hazard a guess that as cannabis is a vasodilator. It opens all the bronchioles, opens all the blood vessels, where tobacco is a constrictor, closes. So as you're smoking, you're opening all the time. I'm guessing that's what gives you a slight increase in lung capacity.
I would not expect that.
No, you wouldn't, would you? But a conclusion is a conclusion.
Yeah.
So the answer is, could irritate your lungs. Yeah, it could irritate it. You could cough and have some mucus and stuff. You might increase your chances of getting a respiratory infection, but that's a temporary condition. So yeah, to be fair, there is a little bit negative, but it's not what you would expect. I mean, it's counterintuitive. You're inhaling smoke in your lungs, and surely it should damage them. But no, there's other plants that people use to help the lungs. There are other herbal plants out there that's used for bronchitis, smoking it when you've got bronchitis to help it. So that's the conclusions. Dr. Donald, Taskin. Yeah, there it is. 20 years. And test subject, only one of me, but I'm a test subject. Been smoking daily for more than 25 years. Yeah, just last time I was in Brazil was in Rio. Went to a sports clinic there, and they did my VO2 max, cardiovascular fitness, heart, everything like that. Yeah, and they were quite surprised because they had bodybuilders in young, 30 years old, and they didn't get very good results.
Is that because of what they were taking?
I don't know. I mean, it's individual. I don't know if it's what they're taking, the fact that they're too heavy and their blood pressure's too high and they don't do cardio. I don't know, because I don't know the individuals. It's just their reaction. So the overall score, like counting up like the VO2 max, the lung capacity, the recovery, heart rate recovery from peak under, the high as you can get it, 1 minute recovery, all these things combined, they estimated my biological age to be 37. So
wow.
Yep, thanks to the cannabis. Well, at least it wasn't a negative. I believe it. I believe it is a health, wellness, and anti-aging medicine. That's what I believe. But anyway, we can say from those results, we can prove it didn't damage my lungs. It would be impossible for me to get those results. So my own experience mirrors what these studies concluded.
Do you take anything else at the moment, like TRT or anything like that?
TRT, yeah. I take testosterone. We take that for since I was 40. So yeah 150 to 200 milligrams a week.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I have noticed that it's quite alarming. There seems to be quite a lot of young people hopping on some form of steroid, being far too young.
No shit, man.
And not needing to do it. I don't know why. If it's
fashion now.
Yes,
it's fashion. It's internet. It's totally different from when I started in the gym. The only people that knew about steroids were powerlifters and bodybuilders in the gym. And the only people that took steroids were powerlifters and bodybuilders that would do competitions. Not everybody in the gym, just the serious guys that was it. It was like, I don't think general public was not really aware of steroids. It wasn't even a thing. Now it's like everyone knows about steroids, right?